Assalamu alaikum. This is the another lecture of the pharmacy practice of course number 705 for the final year of the pharmacy student. We have learned the definition of pharmacy, pharmacy practice and pharmaceutical care, and we have understand the function of the pharmacy with the help of case studies. And basically pharmacy practice is the practicing of the pharmacy in which the drug is there and the pharmacist is mainly responsible for the patient care. In today's lecture, we will explain the impact of the pharmacy on patient care, and as far as the role of pharmacist is concerned in pharmacy practice, we have the following roles. The main role of the pharmacist is the management of the prescribed medicines. In the management, basically, either drug development is included, in which we can understand the drug development process, drug discovery process. Another aspect of the management of the prescribed medication is the drug dispensing. Dispensing is another important function of the pharmacist because he has to stay on the pharmacy and he has to dispense the medicines to the patients. Another important aspect which is covering under the management of prescribed medicines is the counseling of the patient. Then we have the management of chronic conditions, and chronic conditions need the repeat prescribing of the medications. So in case of management of chronic conditions, there will be a need of the monitoring of the therapeutic outcomes, because कि अगर chronic condition है patient के अंदर तो definitely it needs a monitoring so that the patient's quality of life should be improved. Chronic conditions like BP, diabetes, इसमें ये क्या होता है कि usually there will be a symptomatic relief and there is a chance the patient will stop taking the medication. So it is a need of, it is the requirement of a pharmacist that he counsels the patient to continue his therapeutic plan and to adhere with the therapeutic plan. Otherwise, he is unable to get the improvement in the quality of the life, because one day he is taking a drug and another day he is skipping the drug because there are no symptoms. So it is the duty of the pharmacist कि वो counsel करे patient को कि there will be no gap between the medication. So उसमें अपनी मर्जी से patient जो है वो therapy को change नहीं कर सकता. Another important role which play by a pharmacist is the management of the common ailments, and for the normal cough, normal allergy, normal fever, he will counsel the patient and he recommend the line of action, and definitely he should promote and support the lifestyle changes. And this is the main objective, that it is the duty of the pharmacist that he demotivated the irrational use of drug. Means कि अगर medicine की जरूरत नहीं है, उसके बगैर manage हो सकती है disease, so it is advisable to not to take medicines, rather to change certain lifestyle modification which may helpful for the improvement of the quality of life. Furthermore, pharmacist has a role and he has to advise and support other healthcare professionals, and the main target is to give the information regarding the clinical or any technical aspects of the medications. यानी जो भी medicine use होती है, either इसका clinical use है या कोई technical use है, doses की form में, how to formulate it, how to dispense it, उसमें कुछ change है, IV line में, oral है, जो भी choice है, then it is the duty of the pharmacist to advise and support other healthcare professionals. As we know that a pharmacy is a health profession that links with the health sciences, and it also linked with the chemical sciences, and it is basically ensuring the safe and effective use of the pharmaceutical drugs. So if we talk about the pharmacy practice, we have discussed that there will be compounding and dispensing, there will be certain clinical services, there will be the reviewing of the medications for its proper safety and efficacy, and the pharmacist is the drug expert. How the pharmacist can intervene in the healthcare system. So the main duty, if we can say, we summarize it, then the main duty of the pharmacist is to ensure the rational use of drug. So today we will mainly discuss the rational use of medications. कि medicines का जो rational use है उसमें pharmacist कैसे अपना part play करता है. So this is our main topic कि हम देखें कि how the pharmacist ensuring the rational use of medicines. First of all, we should understand what is the rational use of medicines. So rational use of medicines requires that patient receives medications appropriately to their clinical need. यानी जो उनकी क्लिनिकल नीड है उसी के अगेंस्ट जो है पेशेंट शुड रिसीव दी मेडिसिन्स इन अ डोजेस दैट मीट देयर ओन इंडिविजुअल रिक्वायरमेंट्स फॉर एन एडिक्वेट पीरियड ऑफ टाइम एंड द लोएस्ट कॉस्ट टू देम एंड देयर कम्युनिटी. इट मीन्स के इसमें हमारे पास बेसिकली वी हैव 4 मेन थिंग्स. Number 1, patients medication should provide to appropriate clinical needs. जो पेशेंट को प्रॉब्लम है उसी के अगेंस्ट जो है वो मेडिसिन प्रोवाइड की गई है. कोई ऐसी मेडिसिन नहीं है जो कि उसकी क्लिनिकल नीड नहीं है फिर भी वो ले रहा है. Such medication should be stopped. Another important thing are the doses. Doses are very important so that each individual dose is differ from the another individual dose. So dose titration should be there, dose adjustment should be there. तो dose का जो concept है वो clear हो ताकि particular dose में जो required dose है वही prescribe हो. Another important aspect is the adequate period of time. कितने वक्त के लिए देनी है वो भी बहुत important aspect है rational use of medicines में. And adequate period of time के बाद we have the lowest cost, यानी कम से कम cost में जो है वो मेडिसिन जो है वो पेशेंट तक पहुंच जाए. तो दिस इज अ मेजर ग्लोबल प्रॉब्लम विच इज बेसिकली अ irrational use of medications. So about according to the WHO, more than half of the medicines are prescribed, dispensed or sold inappropriately. And half of all patients fail to take them correctly. It means कि हमारे पास ज़्यादातर जो medications हैं उसमें से 50% medications जो है वो inappropriately हैं और half of the patient जो हैं आधे patient जो हैं वो उनको सही तरीके से नहीं ले सकते. There may be a chance of overuse, underuse or misuse of the medicines, and it result in the wastage of the sources as well as the spread of the health hazards. यानी 2 प्रॉब्लम्स होंगे. 3 मेजर प्रॉब्लम थे कि या तो ड्रग जो है वो ओवर यूज हो रही है या दे आर अंडर यूज और दे आर मिस यूजिंग विच लीड टू द वेस्टेज ऑफ द मेडिसिन रिसोर्सेज एज वेल एज द हेल्थ हैजर्ड. यानी ये है कि अगर आप मेडिसिन ले रहे हैं दे मस्ट हैव सर्टेन साइड इफेक्ट, दे मस्ट हैव सर्टेन एडवर्स इफेक्ट. और बगैर किसी वजह के ले रहे हैं तो ये तो उससे भी बड़ा प्रॉब्लम है. सो एग्जाम्पल ऑफ irrational यूज ऑफ medications मीन्स दैट द पेशेंट इज यूजिंग टू मैनी medicines, that is polypharmacy. And inappropriate use of इसमें सबसे important example है inappropriate use of the antimicrobials, and either in the form of the new compounds or either in the form of the inadequate dosage or in the form of the inadequate period of time, and especially in conditions where is no bacterial infection is there, the patient is again and again taking the antimicrobials. And there may be the overuse of injections whether oral formulations are available. There may be failure to prescribe the medication according to the clinical guidelines. Maybe guidelines are updated and the medicines are dispensing according to the older guidelines. So this will be the inappropriate. Or the patient is taking the self-medication and especially in the form of the over-the-counter drug. And the important example is the non-adherence of the dosage regimen. So, irrational use of the medication is a problematic condition, and the patient has to face it, and the pharmacist should ensure the rational use of medicines. WHO basically guide the pharmacist and it highlights the 12 key intervention to promote the more rational use of the drug. There are certain programs in which public education should be there about the medicine, जिसमें public awareness programs हो और public जो है वो aware हो कि कौन सी medications वो use ले रही है. Then there will be the avoidance of the perverse financial incentives, means के मेडिसिन्स के अगेंस्ट अगर कोई इंसेंटिव्स मिल रहा है तो वो भी स्टॉप किया जाए. देन यूज ऑफ एप्रोप्रिएट एंड इनफोर्स रेगुलेशन शुड बी देयर and sufficient government expenditure should be there to ensure the availability of the medicines and the staff. यानी ये गवर्नमेंट की पॉलिसी शुड ऐसी हो कि वो हर जगह पे गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से कुछ फैसिलिटीज जो है वो प्रोवाइड की जाए. So what is the pharmacist's goal? Pharmacist's goal is to ensure the rational use of medicines, and rational use of medicine should be ensured in a cost effective manner by health professionals and as well as for the patients. ये कैसे होगा? तो ideally ये it can be achieved at all levels of the health system, and 3 levels are mainly there. All 3 levels पे क्या होगा कि पहले एक स्ट्रेटजी बनाई जाए और वो स्ट्रेटजी जो है वो हेल्थ प्रोफेशनल को जो है वो कम्युनिकेट की जाए, जिसके थ्रू सेवरल प्रोग्राम्स हो, ट्रेनिंग हो, एंड वो जो है वो रैशनल यूज को जो है वो प्रमोट करें. एंड देन ऑल्सो प्रोवाइड एन इफेक्टिव सिस्टम ऑफ मेडिसिन इंफॉर्मेशन एंड इनपावरिंग कंज्यूमर टू इनटेक दी मेडिसिन. तो एक पूरा सिस्टम बनाया जाए जिसमें इरैशनल यूज जो प्रिस्क्राइबिंग है उसको स्टॉप किया जाए, और इसमें बेसिकली हेल्थ प्रोफेशनल्स को पहले एग्री करवाना पड़ेगा, फिर उसके बाद हम आगे जो है वो इस पे काम कर सकते. फॉर हेल्थ प्रोफेशनल वी हैव टू डेवलप अ नेशनल स्टैंडर्ड गाइडलाइंस, वी हैव एसेंशियल मेडिसिन लिस्ट, वी हैव educational programs and other effective mechanism to promote the rational use. And for the consumer, we should have to provide information in such a way that it improves the use of the medicine by consumer, और consumer जो है उनका trust build हो कि हमें medicine सही मिलेगी और उसमें कोई irrational drug नहीं है और ये जो therapy है ये justify है. Patient pharmaceutical needs should be assessed and should be properly identified, and pharmacist should be there and providing his services, and he give the access to the pharmacy facilities. Patient जो है वो access आराम से कर सके, and other जो भी उसको aids चाहिए वो जो है वो pharmacist should be there to provide them. कुछ क्वेश्चन जो है हमारे दिमाग में आते हैं कि क्या पेशेंट जो है वो हाउस बाउंड है, they don't have access to the pharmacist domiciliary services, or the patient are visiting the pharmacy, or they need more time with the pharmacist during the outpatient visits at hospital, clinics, or the patient required further memory aid or pill boxes to organize their medications. It means के उनकी जो medicines हैं उसके ऊपर टाइमिंग लिखी हुई हो या अलग से पेपर्स में अलग अलग मेडिसिन रखी हुई हो उसमें टाइमिंग मेंशन हो. तो ये तमाम जो एड्स हैं फार्मास्यूटिकल एड्स ये जो है वो प्रोवाइड करे गए हैं फार्मासिस्ट. देयर विल बी इम्प्रूवमेंट इन सोशल बिहेवियर. If the patient is living on their own, and there may be no family or no friends to support them for the medication, then pharmacists should support them. This is very also important, especially in those conditions in which the patient needs special needs, like in case of acute myocardial infarction, in case of chronic pain, in case of mental health problems, and in case of patient having the learning difficulties, or the age group of the patient emphasize the need of the special requirement by the patient, like very young age, a child is there, or maybe a very old age, and an elderly will be there, or there is a condition in which the patient is using the drugs which have narrow therapeutic index, or there are certain drugs which are very expensive, and the pharmacist should have to consider the use of other generic formulations. So these are all the pharmaceutical implications to switching of a different pharmaceutical formulation. So if we summarize the lecture, the scope and the function of pharmacy practice includes the rationale, compounding and dispensing, and it deals with the medication and patient care, especially the clinical services, and it review the medication for the safety and efficacy. It provides drug information, and the patient is readily access to the pharmacist, so that the quality of the life will improve. And another important aspect is the achieving of the cost-effective patient care within the healthcare system, and this may participate the quality improvement in the patient lives. How the quality of the patient will be increased by reducing the cost of the treatment, and we have basically three main points that a pharmacist should consider for the improvement of the cost-effective treatment. Number one is the substituting a generic product for an originator product where appropriate. It means the pharmacist has a right, has a authority to substitute a generic product for an originator product where appropriate. जहाँ price अच्छी कम होगी और quality same होगी, then pharmacist can change the brand. Then pharmacists should be able to prepare a drug utilizing review and take action according to the result. For example, he can make a policy to switch intravenous antibacterial agent to the oral route when indicated, and when he switched to the oral route, then definitely it reduces the cost of the treatment. Furthermore, those conditions in which there is an indirect cost of therapy, so उसको भी pharmacist जो है वो monitor करेगा, और उसमें for example अगर monitoring time है, nursing का time है, तो it can change it, and when comparing the cost of two optional therapeutic pathway, तो वो उसको advise करेगा patient को कि किस तरह जो है वो cost of the treatment should be reduced. Another important thing for the pharmacist is the medicine administration, that is the administration of drug should be a successful administration, so that there will be a successful therapeutic response. So it is the choice of the product when administering the medicines. The medicine should be यानी हमें product choose करनी है, the route of drug administration choose करना है, and it depends upon the number of factors including the patient and the drug characteristic. So we can say that pharmaceutical development of drug is a time-consuming process that requires a pre-formulation phase, which takes into consideration drug required to establish the formulation into different dosage form. यानी pharmaceutical development में क्या होगा कि वो एक suitable dosage form में convert कर देंगी, और maximum जितने possible dosage form available होंगी उसमें वो drug जो है वो formulate कर देंगी. Now depending upon the patient needs कि कौन सा रूट ऑफ एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन जो है वो सिलेक्ट किया जाएगा, सो दैट कि वो फिर सक्सेसफुल थेरेप्यूटिक रिस्पॉन्स जो है वो प्रोड्यूस कर सके. सो द चॉइस ऑफ प्रोडक्ट एंड द रूट ऑफ एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन डिपेंडिंग अपॉन दी वेरियस फैक्टर्स, स्पेशली फॉर द पेशेंट. अगर वो अनकॉन्शियस पेशेंट है तो डेफिनेटली आईवी चाहिए. अगर हमें बहुत ही फास्ट एक्शन चाहिए तो हम आईवी रूट को सिलेक्ट करेंगे. लेकिन अगर आईवी रूट से वो मेडिसिन अवेलेबल ही नहीं है, देन वी हैव अदर रूट्स. तो उसके लिए फिर पेशेंट केयर के साथ साथ हमें फार्मास्यूटिकल डेवलपमेंट भी देखनी होगी कि किस फॉर्म में ड्रग अवेलेबल है. So we have basically certain rights of the medicine administration, and these rights are the ensuring that the right medicine should be administered at the right dose, in the right form, in the to the right patient at the right time by the right route, using the right technique, and the right documentation is kept. And these are the rights of the medication. Initially, it was considered as the sixth right. Now, by the inclusion of right technique and right documentation, now there will be 8 rights of the medicines administration. What are these? Right medicines at right dose, in right patient, at right form, at right time, by right route, by right technique, and the right documentation. So pharmacists should know all the routes of administration as well मेडिसिन के साथ साथ उनके रूट्स भी पता हों और किस फॉर्म में कौन सा जो रूट है वो फेवरेबल है, किस कंडीशन में कौन सा दिया जाएगा, एडवांटेज सारे उसको पता हो. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, ओरल रूट इज सिंपल, कन्वीनियंट एंड सेल्फ एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन इज पॉसिबल. हाउएवर, there is the disadvantage of the irregular absorption from the GIT tract. There may be drug destruction by the acid or enzyme, and there may be limitation of administration in unconscious or patient which is suffering from vomiting, or there may be pre and post operative patient. And in case of parenteral route, we have the other things, as well as we have intramuscular, subcutaneous, rectal route as well. ठीक है, and we have topical route as well. तो advantages and disadvantages सारे के सारे pharmacist को पता हो, और कौन सा route prefer है वो भी pharmacist की जिम्मेदारी है. तो this is all about the today's lecture regarding the drug rational use. So if we summarize it, then rational use of medicines require the receival of the medicines by the appropriate clinical need and in a doses that meet their individual requirements for an adequate period of time and at the lowest cost. ठीक है, तो उसमें हमारे पास 4 चीजें मेन इंपॉर्टेंट हैं, तो उसमें हमारे पास ये सारी चीजें जो हैं वो इन्वॉल्व हैं. ठीक है बेटा, थैंक यू.